Hello. So welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be showing off my collection of Smith's records, and we'll do that in just a sec. Hi. So let's get to it. So Smith's band started off in the early 80s, 81, 82, I think. Morrissey, Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke, Mike Joyce, highlighted by the guitar playing of Johnny Marr, and I think the singing and the flamboyance of Morrissey. They were around 4 years, 5 years. They did a lot in a short period. I think 4 studio albums, a bunch of compilations, a lot of singles. That's why you needed all the compilations, because they did do a lot of singles that didn't appear on their albums. So so they did have quite a bit of material for a very short, 4 to 5 year period. So anyway, I'll show you off album 1. This is definitely one of my favorites. My favorite song is on here for sure. This is their debut. This is The Smiths. This has Reel Around the Fountain, which is the first Smiths song I'd ever heard, and it is an absolute favorite. You can see the label there. This is UK press. All my Smiths, I think every Smiths thing I have, 90% is UK presses, because I was buying from an import store back then. I like to get all the British ones. So this is the inner sleeve on this one. You see the band there. This is, again, being that this is the UK version, I think the North American version had This Charming Man on here, but this one doesn't. So it does have Reel Around the Fountain. Great song. The first song I ever heard, and probably still my favorite song. Still Ill and Hand in Glove are on here. Those are both, I believe, singles that they put out as well. What difference does it make? Yes, that's a single as well. So quite a bit of amazing songs on here, and plus you have Stuff for Little Children, which was about the Moors murders, I believe. I don't know a lot about it. I can't recall now. It was a big trial, I think, that happened back in the early 80s, and that's what the song was about. But it's a trial and obviously a tragic murder of children and stuff. So, but that's the first one. Second, we get to a compilation right away. Because of the singles and the radio sessions they did, they were able to put out Hatful Hollow, which had a combination of singles and live performances. It has, has a nice insight. Really like that picture a lot, actually. That's a really good one. But this has How Soon Is Now on it. It has What Difference Does It Make? William, It Was Really Nothing. This Charming Man. We got Hand in Glove and Still Ill. Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. Back to the Old House. Please, please, please let me get what I want. A live version of Reel Around the Fountain from a radio session. So just a ton. We got a ton of great tracks on here. You can see the track list on the back. That's pretty damn cool. A great record. Some people, it's their favorite record. So, who knows. So next up, their second proper full-length record was Meat is Murder. There we have that. This one, a little less heavy on singles on this. I believe that the North American version did include How Soon Is Now as a single. I think it was the first track on side 2. This one only has 9 tracks, but it does have That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore, which was a single of theirs. It's a great record. Meat is Murder is a very good song. Barbarism Begins at Home is a very great longer track. A lot of instrumental stuff on that. Headmaster Ritual, Wrestling Ruffians, I Want the One I Can't Have, everything. It's a great. They were really, peaking at this point. I mean, they hadn't quite peaked, but this was like, you could see the progression, and they got a lot of brilliant songs in a short period of time. Like I said, it was only 4 or 5 years, so, you know, but yet we're still talking about them now. So the next one, probably considered to be their masterpiece, and this is The Queen is Dead. It is phenomenal. It features Big Mouth Strikes Again, The Boy with a Thorn in His Side, and There's a Light That Never Goes Out, all big hit singles in a way. Well-known songs, at least. They were singles. But everything on here is phenomenal. I remember when I bought this. This is the original that I bought when it originally came out, probably the day it came out, I'm sure. Yeah, The Queen is Dead, a big, long, epic song. Some of the my favorite, I think, on here is Cemetery Gates. It's kind of cool, a lot of literary references and stuff, and that's pretty awesome. And Never Had No One Ever is just a sad song with very little lyrics, actually, but very moody, dark. I Know It's Over, again, another one like that. But a lot of the stuff on here actually is pretty fast and upbeat. Like Frankly Mr. Shankly and Cemetery Gates are pretty catchy little tunes, right? And yeah, most of their labels look the same because they're all rough trade, right? Just different colors usually. We do have the inner sleeve here, though. It's not that big a deal. I mean, you can see some writing on there, and then there's this side, right? But not much to speak of. But at least it's a nice gatefold. And once again, you see that. That's pretty cool. Nice picture. That's kind of a classic picture too. If you look at that, I've seen a lot of, web pages and stuff. So next up, we're going with another compilation. In the North America, US and Canada, they did put out an album called Louder Than Bombs, which was very similar to what I'm going to show you. Had a few different songs and stuff, and it was sort of, I think, a fairly big introduction to the band for North America. But the one they released in the UK was The World Won't Listen, and which again was, for them, just another compilation of singles. There's Panic, Ask, London, Big Mouth Strikes Again, Shakespeare's Sister, There's a Light That Never Goes Out, Shoplifters of the World, That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore, You Just Haven't Earned It Yet, Baby. Yeah, there was quite a few singles that were putting out around the time of Queen is Dead and before their final record, so a lot of stuff in here. Very similar to Hatful Hollow, right? There was that. This is pretty cool, though. It's got a nice lyric sheet and stuff in it, so it's fairly proper. Okay. I really do love this. This is really cool. That's that. Next up, their final full-length record. This is, what is this? Strange Ways, Here We Come. It's okay. I didn't like it as much as the earlier ones. It seemed a little obvious, some of the lyrics and stuff, and some of the, I don't know, it didn't have as much edge as some of the earlier albums, I thought. Nice, but had 3 singles. Girlfriend in Coma was one of the singles. I like that one a lot. Paint a Vulgar Picture, that's pretty good. Yeah, but it's, again, it's my least favorite of all the Smiths records for sure. But still worth having. There we are. And this is very similar to the last inner sleeve, almost identical, except for the color's different, but they didn't really put too much into this. I think they were kind of almost close to done when they did this. I mean, by the time it came out. I don't recall if they toured for this record or not, but this was kind of it, right? So those are the full-length and studio records. I got some singles to show you too. This one is What Difference Does It Make? This is the cover with Morrissey on it. There is another cover, which I think is more common actually, which has Terrence Stamp from a film he did, and this is the exact same pose. Like Morrissey completely copied the pose. So yeah, there's a number of I think it looks like I think the film's called The Collector, because I see a note here in the back. Yeah, and this has Back to the Old House and These Things Take Time as the extra tracks, the B-sides. There we go. And yeah, again, it has a very, I mean, the label is the same, they just changed the colors, really. That's pretty nice. Another one, this was from a Meat is Murder album. This was the That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore single, 12-inch single. And this has extra tracks. I'll show you. Yeah, this one's like that. Right here. And these songs, if you didn't see that, Nowhere Fast, Stretch Out and Wait, Shakespeare's Sister, and Meat is Murder, all live. So, a mini concert on the back of this one. But, so that's That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore. And this is the big one here of all my 12-inch singles anyway. This is the How Soon Is Now single. I believe, I don't have it, I don't think I have one of these, but it was either William, It Was Really Nothing, or What Difference Does It Make, one of the early singles. How Soon Is Now was actually the B-side, but it was so popular that it got released as its own single. So that's that one. It has Well I Wonder and Oscillate Wildly on the back. Oscillate Wildly is actually a really cool instrumental. I really, really like that one. So we got the purple label because the record's purple. And actually there's nothing. This sleeve is just a sleeve. See? Just a white sleeve. So not so fancy on this one, are we? Okay, my final 12-inch single is Girlfriend in a Coma. This is was the first single off of Strange Ways Here We Come. And as you can see on the B side, you've got Work as a 4-letter word and I Keep Mine Hidden. And then we've got a black sleeve. This sleeve actually has the number of the record on it though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so you got that. Nice. Finally, we have a few 45s to look at. So this is, I guess, my only Canadian press of anything of theirs, and this is a promo single for What Difference Does It Make, Back to the Old House. Right there, Sire Records, and Rough Trade, but basically Sire Records. This technically isn't the Smiths, but it's the Smiths without Morrissey, in a sense. This is Sandy Shaw doing Hand in Glove and I Don't Owe You Anything. Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke, and Mike Joyce are the backing band, and it's her singing, and they're singing Smith songs, so it fits in the collection, you know. There we go. What's that? Kind of neat. I don't know. Then we have Sheila Take a Bow, right there, backed with Is It Really So Strange? Little red single there. Next up, we also have the Girlfriend in a Coma 45. Yes, I bought both. And the B-side is Work as a 4-letter word, so that's also on the 12-inch. And then we got, it's a nice black single. And the last piece is Started Something I Couldn't Finish, right there. Still has a price tag on it, too. And inside, Pretty Girls Make Graves is the B-side, which it must be a live version. Because, I mean, that's from their first album. Can't really tell. Anyway, so that's that. That's the Smith stuff I have. Hope you liked it. If you did, you can like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. And as well, I have a website, surfacenoise.ca. I will leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.